overwhelmed by the following terms like green, ecological, sustainable, or natural? Are they popping up in kind of every part of your life, no matter whether you're discussing with your friends, whether you're buying your food or any products, or whether you're watching YouTube or so? So, welcome to Sustainability with Lucy. I'm Lucy, this is my new channel, and of course I want to talk about sustainability, so let's get started. Today I want to talk about the history of sustainability, the definition of sustainability, like what is sustainability today, and as a third thing I want to talk about how do we get to sustainability. So let's get started. First, sustainability was defined between the 17th and the 18th century by Hans Carl von Carlowitz. So this man was working in the forestry, and probably he had some forests, and he was deciding which trees and how many of these trees are going to be cut by his employees. So he had an idea, and he was really thinking about his economical profit. And his idea was, is there going to be a problem if I cut down too many trees? Because in the next or the following years, I won't have enough trees to cut down, and I won't have a stable economical profit. And my workers won't have enough work, and yeah, there is going to be a big problem. So he decided that he wants to cut down as many trees as will regrow in the following years. So his profit was stable, so his economical things were like pretty okay, and yeah, his workers, they had enough to work, so that was pretty fine. He was working, or he was thinking about one resource, and he was thinking about the future. So this was the start of sustainability, already between the 17th and the 18th century. Pretty cool, isn't it? The second thing. So sustainability today isn't just about our forests, but of course they are a pretty important part, because of course wood and like the trees, they still are important resources today. But today we are 7.6 billion people on this wonderful planet, and we want to survive. And for surviving and for living on this earth, we need a lot of resources. So as example, as I said, it's, for example, trees in a forest, so probably the wood. But there are other resources as water. We want to drink unpolluted water, you know, and we want to breathe unpolluted air. We also want to eat some healthy food, for example, vegetables. And we want to be surrounded in a pretty safe area. We won't live under pressure or under danger. So all these things, they can be seen as resources. And today we don't want just to talk about the next few years, for example 5 years or so, but we want to talk about future generations. So in future generations, what does it mean? It does mean, for example, if you're 30 and you've got a kid, so this means you want your kid to be able to survive as good as you are surviving on this earth. So you want your kid to have at least the same standard of life as you have today, aren't you? So I think this is like a general idea everyone should have. No, I think no matter whether you have kids, whether you're a parent or not. So I think this is, I think everyone can agree on. So, and this is the basis sustainability starts on. So we say, okay, we want our future generations at least to have the same standard of living or the same possibilities in the future as we have today. So, and we aren't just talking about the next generation, but like about more than 3 generations, or the new generations on this earth, like in hundreds of years. I think that's a pretty awesome concept. So, and so they can survive, we need to manage our usage of resources. So again, water, air, of course, like soil, because we want to have like agriculture and be able to have food, and all the other things we really need for life and our survivorship. So this is like the definition of sustainability. So every of our action and every of our usage of all these resources should be as good as the future generations can survive in general. Third one. Now I want to talk about the sustainability model. So we can live sustainability and what is like the idea and how do we get there. Okay, so let's imagine sustainability is based on 3 pillars, and there are like 3 pillars, and these pillars, they kind of have aims, and all these pillars and their aims, they are equal, so sustainability is balanced on them. Okay, so just imagine these 3 pillars are the following parts of the life, or parts probably on our earth or whatever. So there is the economy, there is the ecosphere, and there is a social pillar. Okay, so let's imagine all these pillars, they've got like aims, and as I said, these aims are equal. And just like to have an idea, so what does mean social? Social means there should be human rights and the people should be treated pretty well. We don't want to outsource people in sweatshops, or we don't want to have slavery again, or things like this. So we want to be like ethical, we want to live in peace, and we want to be fair to every person on this earth. This would be like one of the aims. So you want to have a good work, you want to be safe there, you don't want to work like too many hours or so. So, and in your social group, you should be happy. The economical pillar, of course, like economy should have a kind of growth, but I think I'm not the person to discuss economy. I'm not a specialist in this, and I don't really have a lot of ideas how the economical system works. So I just think that ideas like post-growth economy and things like this should be in the economical section, and they should be like integrated there. And yes, I don't really want to get very into detail in this. And then there is the ecosphere. And the aim of the ecosphere should be that it should be like in balance. We should have really nature and the possibilities to use the ecosystem services. So this means if no matter what you are doing, you need ecosystem services. So for example, if you want to have water to drink, you need mostly nature to make it like drinkable. Or if you want to grow, no matter whether these are fruits or vegetables, you need pollinators. So this means you need, for example, bees. Of course, these things should be pretty important, so they are in balance and we can use them. But it should not be like, just imagine you just want to have nature and you can't survive because you are trying to let survive life like everything, and you aren't allowed to like do anything there. So but on the other hand, it should not be like, okay, there is just an economical aim, like someone wants, let's get back to the example with the forest. So someone wants to cut down a forest with a lot of trees, and they just want to have the profit of it, and they don't care that there is probably in the future, like after years and years, there won't be like anything else, just agriculture, or there will be like desertification, so they will develop some deserts and so on. And the people, they don't care, they just want to have the money, and they don't care about the human rights and so on. So these things, they should not happen if there is like this model of sustainability working and really into integrated into laws and things like this. So there should not happen really bad things in general. So I hope now you've got kind of a idea what means sustainability, where does it come from, and that you've got like an overview about like the first model, the 3-pillar model of sustainability. So I thank you for listening, and I hope you had probably a little bit of fun and that you kind of got an idea in sustainability. And I hope to see you in the next one. So bye!